The atmosphere and the vibe is electric and incredible as well. This is the inaugural edition of the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League 2024, powered by Ncell. And watch out for this man, Tulmagar, comes with a bit of mystery. And he's the left-arm leg spinner. Very fine, talented bowler, and a lot of his action resembles Kuldeep Yadav's as well. That's why it'll be interesting to see how he turns up against two very fine batters who are in very fine nick.
Interesting. Tulmagar played for the Lumbini province under 19s. So what an opportunity to bowl to somebody like a Martin Guptill, who's not on strike now, but it's Ilyas. But I'm very eagerly looking forward.
Yeah, quickly getting into position there. Never easy for a youngster, Sri, to get going against two accomplished batters.
A great test of his character. Can he get through this? Tulmagar, 18 years of age.
That one kept a little low.
Really a bit of Kuldeep Yadav. The way he starts off. Watched him a lot on TV.
A shot and wide, protection in the deep. Nicely fielded. Will keep it to 1. Interesting action, Sri, Tulmagar.
Yeah, very, very interesting. And this is something Kuldeep used to do earlier as well. Very similar, slightly angular run-up. One thing he can definitely work on is that front arm not dropping off early. That's something Kuldeep used to do as well, and that's something he's done really well of late. Get more pace on the ball, get more revs if he does that. A terrific start for Tulmagar here.
It's been a wonderful setup as well, and the manner in which the teams have come together, having a local iconic player, a marquee player, giving the youngsters, many under 19s and young guns of Nepal cricket being given a go. What an occasion, an outing on a platform. Much better this time, finding his radar.
A bit of spin as well. He's got two inside the circle on the leg side. Just got a backward point. He's got no short third man or a point. It opens up the reverse sweep. Will Guptill go for it? Last ball of the 8th over. Good over so far from Tul.
This one's played towards covers. Has plenty of bat on it to race away for a 4. The 50 comes up as well for Biratnagar Kings, courtesy that boundary. And this is a good start as well. After over number 8, it's 53 for 1.
DHI happier home. Today sahi. Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration.
Yeah, spin from both ends. Nausin conceded 7 in his first. So important to just find that length early on, Sri.
Yeah, wrist spin from both ends, which is very interesting.
This could be close. The finger goes up. Nausin strikes. Ilyas has to depart. And this is the big break as well. That was straight. And that was hitting middle.
Something had to give for Ilyas. 18 balls for just 15. He had to make a move. And he tried the conventional sweep. He usually sweeps with the wrong foot. But this time it was quite conventional. The umpire had the conviction to give him out. And Ilyas's innings comes to an end. Didn't seem very happy with the decision though. But he's got to go. 15 of 18. It's 53 for 2 after 8.2.
At the stroke of 50, Biratnagar Kings losing Aqib Ilyas. Nausin striking in his second over. Good contest here between bat and ball. Each time the Kings have looked to unleash a barrage of hits, the wickets have come by. Nicholas Curtin, this man can certainly pack a punch in the middle. A strike rate of 120, 250s for him. Captain of Canada, best of 69 versus Netherlands. He'll have a job to do in the middle. And he's off the mark with a single towards mid-wicket.
Yeah, because of this, Ilias had to make a move. Consuming balls, we're not getting the boundaries. Went for that hard sweep. It looked like an inside edge to me, Mikhail. Probably considered himself a bit unlucky, but the umpire had no doubts in his mind.
Yeah, Durganath Subedi, the umpire there. No hesitation whatsoever in raising that index finger.
A good variety of deliveries here. Mohammad Mohsin is bowled the wrong one. He's bowled the one comes out of the front of the hand. That was this delivery, the previous one. Plus Kiton. Him reminds me of Nicholas Puran. Can he do a Nicholas Puran here?
Too many namesakes and like-to-likes. Shri? Look at that for a delivery. Has eked out an edge. They believe there was something on the way to the slips. But Subedi says, let's move on with the game. This has been a very fine second over by Mohsin. A wicket and 2 runs coming off it, 9 gone. 55 for 2.
DHI Happier Home.
King certainly had a good passage of play between 4 to 8, 4 to 9 as well. Just losing their way in that last over, losing Akib Ilyas. That partnership came in very handy as well between Akib Ilyas and Martin Guptill. Day 1, match 1. What a spectacle, what a carnival we are in store. Another bowling change, 6th bowling option used. Harsh Thakur. Look at that for economy, 6.16 in T20s and a best of 4 for 20. 29 wickets to his kitty.
As soon as the left-hander comes into the crease, the off-spinner comes in. He's from Canada as well. He would have bowled Nicholas Kiton before. They must know each other pretty well. Harsh Thakur.
Now you sense Viratnagar Kings are a little tentative and very unlike Guptill innings over here, out of his character. Shri, your thoughts?
Projected score. Can they get to 150 from here? That'll depend a lot on Guptill playing shots like that. Yeah, it was short and it took full toll, Martin Guptill. Yeah, the off-spinner is a good matchup for him. Can he take him on? I think if the Kings are to get to 150, Guptill's got to play a big knock. He's well set. 30 balls he's played. Yeah, it was short. Perfectly hit in the gap. He had the time, but very, very well executed. Super Force powered by Ncell 4G.
That's got the leading edge as well. That'll run away towards the third man boundary. Work to do for the fielder. Gives up the chase. 2 boundaries in a row. And Viratnagar Kings won't be complaining over here. That's another Super 4 powered by Ncell 4G.
Back-to-back boundaries for Guptill. He's taking on his matchup. This time was very clever. He allowed the ball to come. Just sort of allowed it to run off the face. There was no shot third man, remember. It was a shot mid-wicket to save the single.
He's picking his spots at the moment. And this is turning out to be another very good over. 9 runs so far in the first 5 deliveries of Thakur's first. And Guptill's into his 40s as well.
Yeah, the off-spinner is important because of the left-hander at the crease. But now he's getting to bowl to Nicholas Kiton. But it's the last ball of his over. 9 of this over so far. Does he have a slip? I'd like to see him have a slip though. He doesn't. Can he finish the over off?
Goes for the reverse. Does not quite connect it. Very audacious from Curtin very early in his innings. Facing only his 4th delivery. Done with over number 10 at the halfway stage. Viratnagar Kings put into bat a 65 for 2.
DHI Happier Home Thut Jaisa Hai. Wishing you all a happier home.
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है।
Let's get a look at Martin Guptill's boundaries thus far. Still no sixes, remarkably, on this opening day. Plenty of fours, though, and every single four that is hit is going to power 4 education kits for school children, powered by the NSL Foundation. Now, that's the impact, the legacy that the MPL will leave. For the occasional moment of fortune as well. But with all his experience, he's relied upon that to drive a pretty good start for the Biratnagar Kings. I've got HD Ackerman alongside me again. HD, Kevin O'Brien, the head coach, will be satisfied but not overly pleased with the start.
What he will be pleased about is that Guptill's still at the wicket. He is the danger man. Half a shout. Interesting for me was that there was a couple of boundaries that Guptill hit on the offside. One was an outside edge, the other a square cut. But the other 5 were all sort of smears away on the leg side, which indicates that the surface is just a little on the slow side. And so, going back to your point about Kevin O'Brien, I think he'll look at this score and say, well, if we can get around 140, 150, that would be a very good total here. I think 160, 170 is a big ask. Unless, of course, Guptill gets going. Now Curtin finds the boundary.
That was a poor delivery, wasn't it, HD? That was a real drag down. Mohammed Mohsin got that major league cricket experience in the United States where he's had great success, but this, well, it was an old-fashioned long hop, really. I was saying to you off-air, HD, the 4 overseas players for Biratnagar in terms of run scoring going to be so critical, particularly if Lokesh Bam doesn't get a score. I rate Nicholas Curtin incredibly highly. He was outstanding at the T20 World Cup for Canada, and he's someone who I think could have a big tournament. Be interesting to see the projected scores there, HD, just at the bottom of your screen. To get to 160, they'd really have to go some, wouldn't they? About 10 and over from here. But if Guptill's still there in the 20th, probably get that. Good finish from Mohsin. He's bowled lots of dots. This time it'll be a couple into the leg side. Good running. Curtin is ever so quick. 11 overs in the books. 72 for 2. $47 it was worth between Aqib Ilyas and Martin Guptill on your screens there, but now Curtin and Guptill are building something. This will be a fascinating battle, won't it? Canada to Canada, Harsh Thacker to Nicholas Curtin.
Another good cricketer, Thacker. Well, Curtin's just sort of reaching the prime years as a batter. He's 26 years of age, and I think that your prime years as a batter is around 27, 28, getting into those early 30s, and then start to slide ever so slightly. But he will just start to got an understanding of how to construct an innings in all the formats, how to put a chase together. So I agree with you, the potential's always been there, but it's almost as if just in recent times he's just started to find himself as a batter.
Well, that's been based around HD from chatting to him. He's completely revolutionised his diet, his fitness, his training structure. He's so fit and strong now. That one just skids on. Batters have been getting beaten on the inside edge continuously. You can see the athleticism. He's really professionalised. The GT20 has helped that. I know that's a competition you've been there for. Nepal, think about all the struggles they had there at Cricket World Cup League 2. in King City in Toronto. They just couldn't get better and get past Canada despite how well they played.
Nutrition there, and just the way you look after yourself, and Curtin is at the wicket with someone that depicts a great professional. Martin Guptill, 38 years old, the condition that he's in, I mean, he can keep going the level that he's playing at.
Protection out on the leg side means it will only be a single. Guptill will have the strike. Still one to come after that one. See there, the projected score is HD. Is 140 going to be enough? I suppose that's the question. Kevin O'Brien, the head coach, would like more than that, at least 150. Cleans him up. The battle of the Canadians. Harsh Thacker smiles and gives him a pat on the back. He gets the better of his national team captain as the Bolts strike.
Well, this can be the issue when you're looking for too big a total. Is that Curtin has obviously decided he needs to get on with things, and that the total that the Kings are looking for is around that 160, 170 mark. And so Perish is in the cause. He's looking to go over mid-on. It's almost a wild swing, and Harsh Thacker does get the better of his countryman. Curtin goes for 9, 76 for 3.
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है।
Well, listen to this. Now, HD, I'm going to teach you about the Nepali music too. That one there, Man Mangan. It's one of the most popular songs going around. When that rings out across the TU, everyone gets involved. They have great music here, I promise you. Every cafe you walk into, down the little cobbled streets of Lalitpur, Kathmandu, there'll inevitably be somebody playing live music. It's generally very good. They transition between Nepali and English seamlessly. Down the ground, is this the moment? Oh, yes it is, the first maximum. We've had to wait. But Guptill starts in some style with the first Siddhartha Bank 6. And gets to 50 in that real style.
The superstar delivers. He knew when he hit it. As he hit it, he knew it was out the ground. Mike just over pitches, and it's just a flip of the wrists, really. No big flourish from Guptill. He's strong enough, he's good enough. He's underway.
Interesting move to get Ben Mike back in at this stage, just when the spinners looked as though they had a real stranglehold on the game. Should they just have bowled Mohammed Mohsen out? Let him bowl his 4 on the bounce.
Sometimes captains do that, don't they? They have a plan in mind before play, and they just end up running with that plan. But the beauty about the game of cricket is that it can unfold very differently to what your initial plan is. Bashir Ahmad, left-hander.
A really gritty cricketer. He's kind of nuggety, very much an out-and-out all-rounder. Won't hit big HD, but he'll work it for 1s and 2s. Can slog sweep the spinners as well. I think O'Brien, the head coach of the Kings, has probably got a bit of flexibility in this middle order. So with Curtin being the one dismissed, he's gone with another left-hander to replace him. His job for now will be to get Guptill onto strike. Had to get moving there. He's come into the crease because of this dismissal. Let's see what Curtin was trying to do, but another batter is beaten on the inside edge, HD.
There hasn't been a great deal of turn. Maybe a lack of pace is what's doing these batters. But with Curtin and Guptill having both got themselves in, it was always... They were always going to take it on. If one gets out, well, that's fine. Then the other's got to just keep going.
Now, massive appeal, but is it just angling down? The signal will be interesting here, HD, because I don't think there's any bat involved, given his leg buys, possibly just sliding.
Mike from wide of the crease. It's tight. It's tight. Maybe just the angle that he's bowled that ball from has led the umpire to think it's just slipping down, but only just. Yeah, this fella's job is to get Guptill on strike, Bashir Ahmed. When he was on strike previously, there was 5 men inside that 30-yard circle in the hope to keep him on strike. They haven't been able to do it twice. He's got off strike both occasions.
Great experience here from Martin Guptill, HD. That was not Bashir Ahmed calling that single to get him off the mark. That was Guptill, as soon as the ball made contact with the bat, getting the head down. Really outstanding communication. He's been in and around the team for about 5 days now. According to Kevin O'Brien, who I had a chat with last night, he really has almost taken on a paternal role with the younger players, just 21 years of age. That single was all thanks to Martin Guptill. Oh dear, now it's going to be 5 freebies. You just wonder, will Durganatsu Betty have a look at Vinay Kumar Jha and say, almost, is it going to be a no ball as well? Might have got away with one. It won't be a free hit. It will be 5 free runs to the total, though. Leru Malanthe can't do anything about that.
Whenever Guptill's been on strike, Mike has looked to go full. He's had long on in place, long off in place, and he's tried to bowl Yorkers. He's got one right in the over, the others he hasn't. That's gone horribly wrong.
I think he might have got away with one there, HD. Very marginal on the no ball call. 13 bowled, 91 for 3. Yeah.
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी Red Bull असली नै रोजौं.
Form now for the Biratnagar Kings. Martin Guptill, he's in, he's set, and he's striking up at over 130. Harsh Thakur to continue. Bashir Ahmed just does his job for the moment. Now, right arm off spinner to a right-handed set batter. Is Guptill going to take Harsh Thakur on? Good running will get them a single. Are they thinking about that 160 marker now?
Well, Guptill's at the wicket, certainly. But I think from a Bolt's perspective, they need to just sort of sit here and think, well, if we can knock Guptill over here, we can still keep them under a 150 mark, because it's not easy when you just walk in.
And I was just perplexed by the decision to go back to seam with the spinners doing such an effective job and there being so many spin options. We've already seen 4 of them. Any side coached by Prabudu Dasanayake is going to have plenty of spin options. This is almost the dream scenario. Work to do in the deep and cut it off, keep it to just 2. You've got a left arm wrist spinner, a right arm wrist spinner, a right arm off spinner, and a left arm off spinner. How often do you see that? I think as the competition goes on, in particular HD, we'll see that spinners continue to... This goes up. Is this going to be a chance? Long on. I think it's the captain. Nestles underneath it. And he holds on. Anil Shah's heart was in his mouth for a moment there. The spinners continue to be the ones to do the damage. They've taken all the 4 wickets to fall, and it's the big one. Martin Guptill goes.
Guptill's always going to be looking for boundaries, but he might have just opened the door here for the Bolts, because in him getting himself out here, we're in a critical time of the match. Nearly puts that down, holds on to it at the second attempt. But a fine innings. Welcome to Nepal, Martin Guptill. 55 from just 43 deliveries. It's 96 for 4.
Tapayko, Asli Energy, Red Bull, Asli Nerozone.
Is Dove really different from soap? Ordinary soap dries itself over time, but Dove is different. Get your radiance with Dove.
Banking सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ बैंकले ल्याएको छ.
That the Bolts wanted. It will bring the highly experienced Rajesh Palami-Magar to the crease, 32 years of age now. It's always kind of knocked on the door of the national side, but he's only played 6 T20Is. And now spinners come back in. Mohamed Mohsin to bowl his 4th and final over. How big a moment is this, HD? Guptill holds out to long on.
Massive moment in the game. Kings were running away with it, but this dismissal, the Bolts will feel now that they can really strangle the Kings. 2 batters they'll scurry between the wickets, they'll knock it around, they'll try and find holes in the field, but not going to hurt you with big boundaries.
Most of the senior Nepal side, of which Anil Shah has become back a fully established member of this year, are very good fielders, but this was, well, more than a little dicey and ropey, to say the least. He had to juggle it, but he did hold on critically. It was the big one. It was Guptill. Almost a hush over the ground as the ball hung in the air. Problem is, I don't know where the boundaries are coming from now. 1s and 2s, yes, HD. They may have to readjust their sights, the Biratnagar Kings.
Don't make excuses for the little fumble in the outfield there, but over the time here, have you seen a number of catches put down? I mean, this light is very difficult to take high catches. Look it around, try and get off strike. Just be a single. We'll bring up the 100 for the Kings at the conclusion of the 15th over.
Tapayko, Asli Energy, Red Bull, Asli Nerozone. सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स यसमा पोइन्ट छ